about tomorrow, where we discuss anything and everything. I'm your host, Petrina.
And I'm your co-host, David.
I'd like to welcome my guest. Today I have Esther on the show. Welcome to the show, Esther.
Thank you
I
for
also have Modupe with me, and this is the first time she's been on the show, so welcome to the show.
We have Barrister Evans on the show today. Nice to have you, sir.
Thank you
Thank
for
you.
joining us.
Thank you.
Dealing with mood swings. That's our topic on today's episode. How do you differentiate between normal fluctuations in mood and more concerning or disruptive mood swings? Let me start with you. Okay. So how do you know when the mood swing you're having is something that's just irregular and when it's something that's more disruptive to your daily life?
Okay. When we talk about mood swings, it's almost a normal thing that happens to us every day, and it depends on what exactly the cause is for you to know if it's destructive or it's just normal. Let's say, for example, um, probably under stress. It's normal for you to work and be under stress and
Yes.
leading to mood swings.
Yes.
That's normal. And after a while, you can just find a means to get out from that mood and just be a normal person again. But when it comes to mood swings that are destructive, it has to do with things that are more, how will I put it,
Personal.
personal, mental. It's more stressing mentally. It affects your emotion. It affects your whole being as a human. So continuous thinking, continuous how will I put it? Continuous.
When you keep wallowing in the same
Yes,
problem,
yes,
yeah.
on same problem exactly. It keeps developing, and before you know it becomes destructive.
Yeah.
Thereby, it might lead to depression or other things that could be disruptive to human.
How do you differentiate? Or do you agree with that? How do you
I agree
differentiate?
with what she said.
Barrister. So
Well, I think mood swings is a natural propensity of the human condition. Every human being have some what they call biologically chemical reactions in the body that determines how you feel, how you do things and all that. Now the factors, what are the factors responsible for this mood swings? Now we have the natural biological factors, like she talked about stress. You talk about sometimes anger, um, the normal human relational propensity of the human condition will always push for that. Now, from the research I did, not just now, I discovered that certain mood swings, the frequency or the the time within which it takes you to be in a good mood and slip into another one and fluctuate and fluctuate and fluctuate. Within an hour, you have been in and out of several kind of disposition. You understand? So if it's so frequent from the research I did, it is not no longer natural and it becomes a disorder. That's what they call bipolar. Bipolar is a disorder. Now, because it's a psychological biological disorder, there are experts who know how to take care of patients who have that tendency. But we should not see swings as something that is bad, okay? But the way you swing in and out of situation is also tied to your temperament. It's
Yes.
tied to other factors. The way I will respond when I'm in my good mood or the way I will react is different from the way she will react, different from the way he will react. If I'm on the other side, if I'm angry, the way I will react. In fact, I've seen people, I know some of them when we were in secondary school. If you get him angry, you know what he will do? He will first of all run to somewhere else, maybe a gate or wood, and start to fight with that wood. When you finish with that wood, when he gets back, God save you, you are still there standing. You understand? He has been able to injure a lot of people that way. So when he moves away, you because you need to understand that there are lots of issues, especially now that economic factors of the country contribute to
Yeah.
the way we behave. The way there are some information you get, some news you hear, you you understand. So it's something we need to study for. I think it's a journey. It's something we need to study for that deeply to understand really how it applies to people specifically.
Okay, barrister. So the question is, how do you differentiate when it's, just a regular mood swing and when it's something that, you know, could be concerning?
Yeah, I think when it becomes pervasive, when it now becomes a problem, like when it starts to get in the way of your career, your relationship with people. I've seen some persons who they are fighting with this one, they're fighting with this one, they're fighting with that. They don't also know what is responsible. Okay, so it becomes of a concern where it becomes pervasive. It stands in the way of your progress. It stands in the way of your relationship with others, and it gets to a point where you know you just discover that somebody who have an insight may want to make a suggestion that perhaps you see a doctor or a psychologist to do evaluation because the way you behave, when it becomes abnormal, you know that something is wrong.
So I want to ask you, but is it that most things become easier to handle when you get older, or it's just different for everybody
When it comes to what?
when you get older?
Older. That's nothing to do with age. Mood swing doesn't have anything to do with age. Can
No,
I
no,
answer
he
a
said,
question?
is it easier to handle?
And when you became
When you
older.
like grow older, is it easier to handle?
just like he said, it's I don't know. It depends on how, let's say, one handle his or her mood. Do you get? Let's say for instance now, a lot of women that I know when they are menstruating,
Mm-hmm.
that period of menstruation, they tend to have mood swing. Maybe you talk to them normally, they will say it like they'll take it as a fight. Do you get? They'll talk back at you harshly, mainly because of the pain or the cramps they are undergoing at that moment. So
That's a factor. That's not the answer to the question. The question is when you grow older, is it easier to handle your reactions, the way you manage mood swing?
I'm not there yet, so I
Like,
don't know
yeah, don't know,
something.
like everything.
like,
No, like
as
normal.
when you are, when you are younger, when you are like puberty age, at that stage you're not really able to
You don't
handle
understand
your
your
emotions
system
very well, yeah, because there are a lot of developmental
Maybe
changes
yes.
at that. So
As it's with women,
It's
humans,
50-50,
as it's with
maybe
humans,
yes.
the more you advance, the better you handle issues.
Yes,
Because
and the better
experience.
you understand
That
that won't be applicable to everybody.
yes,
So let
yes,
us say it's
yes,
50-50. It won't be
yes.
applicable to everybody.
Actually.
Let's
But
assume
some
it's
older
50.
people
Some
still-
people when
still-
they get older,
yeah.
they'll do away with all of that. While some, it will still remain in them.
They still don't handle their mood swings properly. So
How do you deal with your own mood swing, barrister?
Me, I'm a very aggressive human being. Well, how I deal with it is that I don't keep anything at heart. I don't. If I start shouting, all of you run out from this place. But none of it is in my heart. I shed off. In fact, I will say that my mood swing is just drama. You understand? Because I don't go and sit down somewhere and start to nurse it, pamper it, think about how I'm going to deal with people, and all. I don't do that because it's not necessary. Because what that will do is you take your blood pressure high. When you begin to plot against the whole world, only you.
yes.
You understand? How will you come out from it? It's not what you should do. So as much as possible, that is why if you look at the Holy Writ, there's this recommendation for forgiveness. When they asked Jesus, he said 70 times. You know what he's doing there? It's not just giving you social issues to handle, it's giving you medical conditions, medical prescriptions. If you don't free people, you'll just be walking, and you slump one day and just die. That is what it is. So um, the way that is how I handle mine. I handle mine from the human face that I don't keep any condition in my heart at all, and I don't know malice. I don't
So
do.
you just express it whenever you
Once
feel.
and
Yes,
for all, let it
and
just
that it drops from there.
go. So
When I get to my father, now I'm not even aware of all that.
So let me speak to the women now, because you know that women we have our yeah. So
Next.
you know, some women we have our our menstrual periods, and then during this period you have mood swings. Some people they experience their own before their period.
There's
So
pregnancy too.
yes, that's why I said women, like there's menopause too.
There's
Yes.
menopause.
Yeah.
That's
So
Menopause.
yes,
Yes.
yes, childbirth like a lot for women. So we know it can be frustrating when you are feeling all these things, and it's like you can't even control your emotions. But we have to as adults.
Yes.
So how do you as a woman deal with your mood swings?
Well, for me, dealing with my mood swing, I think it got better with age.
Yeah.
The more I grow, the more I tend to learn about myself, knowing my system, knowing my emotions, and I am able to find out means to handle them properly. Let's say, for example, when it comes to menstrual period now, I think I understand my body to a level that okay, probably when I'm attending, okay, I'm approaching this time, um, there is a way my body system just changes, and I would understand that oh, this thing is coming, and yes, so I just tend to try to be happy, try to push something more exciting to myself, because I know if I don't do that, then it leads to a very bad yes, and sometimes it might be after the menstrual period and all of that. So with time and with age, with experiences, I've learned over time to manage myself. Like, and I will also support what she said concerning communicating. Um, I am not the person that likes to keep. So when I have an issue that I know might be bothering me and might lead to mood swing, I prefer to communicate it out to whosoever is involved, or just try to find a way to just push it out. I don't want anything bothering me and then changing my mood from happy to a sad mood. So that's it.
Okay, for me, I tend to control my mood swing easily when I'm calm. Probably I listen to music to forget about whatever it is that is making my mood to go otherwise. I listen to music, I tend to be quiet, and maybe if there's any issue that is making my mood to feel that way, I might address it much later, not immediately, because that little anger in me can trigger it. You get? So I tend to be quiet whenever I know my mood
Yeah.
is not alright at the moment. So that's how I am able to tackle it.
I can relate
mood
with that
swing.
because but when like I feel the same way, I'd rather be alone.
Yes.
That's for me. I'd rather be alone.
That
because
quiet
if
moment.
you're talking to me or you're asking me questions at that point, I
Yes.
feel
Yes.
so,
Yes.
yeah.
Okay, let's drive this home. Barrister, in 30 seconds, what are the misconceptions about mood swing that people have?
Yeah, people think that mood swing is just about anger. About anger. Sometimes excessive happiness might be the problem. You understand? I used to know someone that is so happy when we're investing. When we have nothing, he was so excited. And I wondered, what's your problem? We're trying to survive and you're all over the place. And he does not even have solution to our problem. But he's excited. You understand? So mood swing does not necessarily mean that it's a negative thing or it has to be anger issue. Anger is not part of it. You are happy now, you are sad later, you are excited now, you are moody later. So it's just the fluctuation.
Yes.
And it does not make it wrong. You understand? But the question I wanted to throw into the wheel when you were talking is pregnancy. When a woman is pregnant and they ask you maybe around 1 a.m. to go and get pepper soup, what is responsible?
It's the hormones in our body that is
Yeah.
responsible.
That's
Okay, the
just very
hormones.
normal.
So that is scientific solution to
Biological,
them.
Yes.
It means that is it that the hormones of the child and that of the mother is conflicting?
No,
It's
no.
not
When a woman is
conflicting.
pregnant, there's just a gush of
It's
hormones
a
in our body.
natural thing.
It changes
A
in
lot
time.
is
It goes,
going
some
on,
goes high,
yes.
some goes low. Sometimes it's very happy, Sometimes it's very
Yes,
sad.
now that you have gotten to that scientific angle of it, every mood swing has to do
Has
with
its own,
hormones.
yes.
There's what they call adrenaline. That is when passion is at the height of it. You understand?
Yes.
Or you you are high on a particular direction, okay, on a particular thing you are doing. Then you have the opposite of it, where you have this thing. So mood swing is not bad, not negative. It's a human condition. It is propelled sometimes by information, not just the hormones, because the hormones react sometimes to the condition, your situations. You understand?
Yes.
So that's what I think.
Do you have any?
Well, my own is when they say mood swings, most times they associate it with women alone.
Yeah.
As in,
A
men
lot of
don't
men
want to
have it.
admit that they are also
They
in
have
that.
it.
No,
Yes.
not that they have it. Everybody has mood
Everybody
swings
is
now.
it's for him
It's
as
when-
long as
see,
they have blood
it's not.
flowing to
Yes,
them.
you as long as you are living with the human society, you have mood swing, but there are levels.
But hardly for
When
you
it
to see
becomes-
people classifying it to men, like
Yes.
this
No, no,
guy
no, no,
is
no, no,
have
no,
mood
no,
swing.
no,
It has
no.
always been
all,
women,
all
women,
humans, all humans have mood swing, even children.
Yes.
You understand? Why do children cry to make demands? If they ask you for something and you're not doing, they start crying. Is that not swing? Now they are happy with that thing. The next moment they are in swing. So you always have it. Even children use it to manipulate.
Yes.
They use it as a tool. Yes. An adult who also understand that children use it as a tool against their parents. When you find them in traffic, they'll be selling all those things that children like. When you're with children in the car, you don't get those things, they keep disturbing you
Most
until you're able
likely.
to get it. So
Yes.
you have those, it's here and there. So it's not something that you ascribe to someone, don't ascribe to the other. But we have the natural face of it, and we have the medical case of it, or the psychological case of it. That is when it becomes abnormal. Once those swings become abnormal, that's why they call it bipolar medically. So
And
you
it's
begin to
very
now
frequent.
treat it. You understand? To bring it to normals. In psychiatry, they said the line between normalcy and abnormality is very tiny. I used to have a doctor friend then that he told me that while they were studying this, he got to a point, he asked the lecturer that this explanation you have given, is there really normalcy at all? Because what is left after everything is so tiny, so blurred that, and the lecturer told that there's no normalcy in that condition, because by the time he gave the analysis on the medical or mental analysis on who is normal and who is not normal, by virtue of maybe schizophrenia, different kind of ailments, mental state, all that, by the time they got there, the issue itself, mental stability, had been eroded by all the analysis, so that there's no mental stability. It means everybody's not okay. You understand? It's just like in law. Law, they will give you a general rule. The general rule might be nobody should go through that gate. That's general rule in law. But by the time they start the exception, they'll not say save us, or they'll not say provided that the person is not pregnant, the person is not a child, is not of unsound mind. It's not by the time they finish the exception, that general rule is eroded. You understand?
Yes.
Yeah.
But the general rule still stand. So you need to understand that these things, you need a lot of analysis. You need a lot of research to understand them.
Thank you so much, guys.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Esther.
Thank you,
Thank
Petrina.
for being with us today. We've had a really great conversation. Okay, we also appreciate you, our viewers, for tuning in. Please let us know what you think in the comment section. How do you deal with your mood swings? You may also subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us across social media at Enterprise TV 7. Thank you for watching. See you next time. Bye.
Enterprise TV, a tradition of truth.